Well, the combine harvester is completely knackered, so the engineer's gonna have a look and see what's wrong with that. Meanwhile, we're back down at the farm. I actually forgot that I had some silage bales here, so I'm gonna just swing around here. We'll hook up the trailer, we'll go sell those bales and get the odd bit of cash for that. And then after that, we're going to start getting the fields prepared until we have got word back from the engineer about the combine. So yeah, let's go get this sold now. Excellent, that's those sold. We got 12 grand for those. That's not bad at all. Now the turning circle isn't great on this, so we're going to go out this way and we'll head back to the farm and get started on preparing those fields. Now we have got options for putting in wheat or barley again over the winter time, and that should be ready for us in spring. And I think that might be what we're going to do with all of the fields. Now I know we can make more money by putting in soybeans, but I would like to get more grains of wheat or barley for the chickens, considering we're going to be expanding that at some point in the not too distant future. So let's head back down to the farm and we'll get that we'll get the fertilizing started on there. We'll put some pellets down and then we'll cultivate that into the ground. Right, that's us back. Let's just leave the trailer here, disconnect all of these, and we'll turn this engine off actually. There we go. I wanted to actually have a look because I believe we can direct drill with this this seeder. I'm going to look at the manual for it, but I believe it does direct drill. So if it does that, then I think we'll do that instead of cultivating, and that'll give us a much healthier soil rather than cultivating it and then planting again. So yeah, let me go and consult that. It's in my van, I'll need to go and grab it. Well then, having consulted the manual, it turns out that the seeder that we've got already can do much more than I thought it could. We don't have to put down any fertilizer into the ground before we seed. We can also direct seed with that drill as well. So all we have to do is fill it with seed, fill it with fertilizer, and just go to town on the fields. That's going to save us so much time. So that is what we're going to do just now until we get a call from the engineer. So I'll need to move this first because this is going to be in the way, but we can get that sorted very quickly indeed. Where's my tractor? There it is there. Or will I go with a small one? Nope, I like the big one. Let's go with this. Real quick before I go ahead and do that, actually, I'm just checking how much seeds we've got. We've got a few bags here. That might actually be enough to do those 3 fields, but I don't have any fertilizer. I've got some fertilizer pellets in here, but I don't want to take them out just for us to need to get some more from the shop anyway. So what I'll do is I'm going to head to the shop. I'll grab a bunch of seeds, I'll grab a bunch of fertilizer just to make sure that we've got enough, and that should make us, well, put us into a good position to not have to mess about with trips to the shop later on. So let's get that now. I'll grab the telehandler and the trailer that's in that shed there and then head down to the store. Down here at the store, we've ended up going with 4 extra bags of seeds and 6 bags of fertilizer. I'm hoping that'll be enough fertilizer. If not, we are going to have to come back down, even though we don't really want to do that. So we'll go ahead, we'll get these onto the back of the trailer as quickly as we can and then get back up to the farm. Last bag to go on. That was quick and easy. It didn't take too long whatsoever. Now let's position this correctly so that we're not too dangerous, and we'll get connected back up just as soon as this guy is out of the way. There we go. Right, let's get back to the farm. We've got the seeder ready to fill now, so we're gonna pop along here and refill the seeds and the fertilizer, and then we're going to get started on the field furthest from us, and we're going to work our way along to that field over there, which has got weeds in it. But as soon as we seed that, those weeds should be they should be turned under anyway. But that will mean that that will mean that the weeds will come back much quicker on that field, so we'll need some treatment. Might be a case that we'll keep an eye out for a cheap weed sprayer or weeder thing, you know, the one that you pull behind you. Right, let's get this filled up and we'll get started on the field at the top there. Just finalizing the field here with this last headland, and got some good news whilst I was going around. I've just had a call from the engineer who's out dealing with the combine harvester. That issue has been fixed. It took him a little while, but from what he was, I don't know much about combine harvesters and their internals, but he said something about a tensioner belt had snapped and basically had gone crazy inside and just started banging around. So that's the noise that we heard. So he has got the new tensioner belt installed on the combine, and that means that we can head back up to finish off that soy harvest before the day's end, which is a good thing because it's now nearly 4 PM and I need to get up there and finish that contract before I start getting penalties added to that contract. So there we go, that's us finished on this field. We'll head now back to the farm and head up in the van to finish that contract off. Excellent stuff, we're back at the field now. We've not got a lot of time to get this field finished before the end of the working day, so I'm just gonna get everything going. Ben is on his way up. I've just given him a text, so he'll be here very, very quickly actually, and we'll work together to get the rest of this field finished off. And yeah, like I said before, hopefully we can get a good amount of money from the kickback. Let's reverse it. It feels like it's working just fine. Sounds okay. Well, fingers crossed that it's just that tension belt, and that there's no other problems being caused by it banging around in the back there. I know there's a lot of stuff in there, and I haven't the singlest clue what any of the stuff does. So thank goodness for engineers. We didn't have to pay for that engineer as well, because this combine harvester is on lease. It is paid for by the guys at the shop. In fact, it's one of their own engineers that comes out to do any emergency repairs, so it was quite handy that they are just down the road. But anyway, let's crack on with this and get it done as soon as we can. Almost done with this field. He's just well, Ben's just popped alongside, so we'll unload this little bit. Where are you going? There was a little bit of a confusion there about when he should be coming over, but anyway, not to worry. I've got just a small bit over here that I need to finish. I'll call him over in a second once I've done this little strip up here at the beginning of the field. Not much to do. We'll get everything off to the sell point in one load. I've missed a few bits actually. I'll need to go around and grab those. He's gonna pop up around the side any moment. I'm going to keep him on his toes. I'm just going to keep driving around. Right, let's see if we can get these little bits here. Where is he? He's down there. He's just waiting for me. Right, I'll just get this last little bit there. I know there's a couple of little bits that I've missed a bit further up. I'm not going to worry too much about those. Right. I'm going to pull up just a little bit further so you can turn around. There we go. That should give him enough space to come up alongside and unload the combine here. And once we've unloaded, he's just going to go take that away and drop it off at the sell point that the farmer wants it dropped off at. And that'll be the contract done for today. Time is getting on a bit. We've not got much light left, so we might have to finish off the seeding of our wheat fields in the morning. We'll just have to see where we get with that once we've unloaded into this trailer here. Not much actually on board the combine, so this should be done in no time whatsoever. Well then, he's away to drop off the grains that are there. There's actually a tiny little bit left in here. It's not going to fit into the tractor, so I'm going to have to wait here for him to come back just to get the last of the canola. Well then, that's Ben back. He's just taken the last of the canola on board. I'm going to go park this combine up at the side for now. We're going to have to move this back to the shop at some point. And Ben's going to go sell the last of the grains. It's not very much grain, maybe a couple £100 worth, but when he sold the grains that were taken along earlier, the excess on that, oh, don't want to hit my van, the excess on that was about £2,600, which is extra money into our bank, and we should get about 3,000. Oh, there's a tree there, just bumped into it. We're going to get an extra £3,000 as part of the actual contract fee. That's not too bad at all for a day's work. Now the light is fading very quickly. I'm not sure what else we're going to get done. We're certainly not going to get the last of the fields. They're not going to get... Oh, I can't detach it from there. Drop that on. There we go. So yeah, we're not going to be able to get the rest of the fields seeded up at the farm, but that will definitely be something that we can finish off in the morning. Okay, so we're not going back to the farm. It is too late in the day, so we've popped home. But before we head in for the night, I'm going to have a look at how the strawberries are. I had Ben come along earlier on today and basically have the strawberries laid out ready to sell, well, what we have left. And as you can see, all of the old strawberry plants have been removed now because the season is now over. So this is the last of the strawberries. I've got quite a lot of them, so we'll get those sold at the market tomorrow, and hopefully that'll give us plenty of money. But for now, going to head to bed, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure to watch the rest of the series by clicking on the playlist on your screen now, and I will see you in the next video.